I'm Jaclyn with the Greater Medina Chamber of Commerce.
And I'm Matt with Main Street Medina.
And this is Medina Ingenuity.
Join us on our adventures around town as we discover the people, places, and things that are unique to Medina, Ohio.
You never know where we'll turn up next.
If you have an idea for an adventure, drop us a line at medinaingenuity@gmail.com.
Welcome to Medina Ingenuity. Welcome to Medina Ingenuity. Today, Matt and I are with Melissa and Scott, and we are making some delicious donuts.
We hope they're going to be delicious.
Well, I'm confident with their assistance we can
That's
get through
true.
this. But
All right, so start us out here.
Well, good morning and welcome to Circles on the Square. We appreciate you guys. I have Melissa here has already mixed up a batch of our dough, our house proprietary blend dough, and what we are doing from here, we are going to load it into our donut machine, our frying donut machine, which is going to pop out beautiful fresh donuts.
like magic.
Right.
Just like magic, no effort.
I love watching this thing. Where do you buy, or you don't give me the source, but like, do you just go online and Google donut machines? How did you even come up with this part of this?
So it was research, really, at the end of the day, researching everything that we do, really, from start to finish, everything from equipment to making as good as we can donut recipes and making sure everything is on and on target and, tasting the best it possibly can. But so there are a lot of different fry options, more traditional options in fryers, or they have the donut robots as you see here today, which again, it appears simple, but it definitely needs a lot of attention at all times, because as soon as you turn your head, there's something that's wrong.
It doesn't look simple to me, Scott.
So you were telling us earlier, Scott, you have to have like the exact temperature, the exact ingredients, otherwise the donuts just aren't going to work right.
And that is
So
correct.
this is a science. It's not just plunking some dough and some hot oil.
It is.
Okay.
Everything has to be, everything from the air temperature to the dough temperature to the oil temperature all matters. And it all matters to, if it's off just slightly, you will know about it as soon as the donuts are completed and coming off. Even everything from how they fry and absorb the oil is all dependent on temperature. So temperature, it is a science, and it is something that just isn't that easy. And trust me, trial and error has been numerous hours.
I'm a little nervous about this.
I'm glad you're standing closer. Not gonna lie.
So you're in safe hands. I have become not only a donut maker, but a donut machine repairman. I have had this thing apart 100 different ways.
I thought you were going to say donut master.
I thought it was Donut Jedi. That's where I was.
Even better.
Yes, I like Jedi better. That sounds so much better. So now I have it turned on.
There's a little paddle wheel.
And yes, we have a paddle wheel. It is gravity fed, heading that direction. So we are basically now just getting the oil. It heats from the bottom up, so we're now just kind of evening out the temperature. And what we're going to see is I have a temperature gauge right here, and we are exactly at 376, which is where I want to be.
That's our goal.
So what I'm going to do in our next spin around here, I'm going to drop a donut.
All right, I'm ready for it.
Not something you say every day. I'm
No,
just going to
that's
drop.
it.
All right, now we're dropping the donuts. So how does this all work, Scott?
So now what we're doing is we're preloading the machine up with a specific amount of donuts. And really it's a timed process all the way through. So you'll see I have little gates here.
Yeah.
Yes.
And these gates are going to hold the donuts back until, and by the end of the whole run, before we start producing donuts, we will have 13 total donuts in the fryer at one time.
So right now, these gates are acting like the evergreen in the Suez Canal, not allowing anything to advance.
Yes, and that is nothing else is going to advance.
Perfect.
It's a great analogy. So,
and they flip.
And as you can see, the machine isn't always it just doesn't always work. So a lot of times it needs a little bit of assistance, and that's why we do vigilantly stand over the machine and make sure that everything is floating and working correctly.
Sure.
And as you see, another fun little fact is normally the first donut of the day never turns out, but soon after everything kind of turns into
They really kind of plump up.
drastically.
Like, what is cooking time? How long does it take from the time you drop to the time it's coming out?
It's about a 2-minute process.
Okay.
From start to finish, when we start to see donuts coming out. And we do have speed controls. So if we notice that something is starting to not cook correctly or get a little bit too dark, we have speed controls that can adjust the speed of everything from there. And because the donut oil, the shortening will fluctuate in temperature.
Depending on what's going on,
That does happen.
So we're going for a good, like, medium golden brown.
That's
Look at
correct. And right, so we have this one, and these two donuts and the circles on the square world would be rejected.
Gotcha.
Everything we do, we are very overcritical on our donuts.
Yeah.
Even though those donuts are going to taste great, they
Matt
don't
and I
look
would
great.
still eat them.
We would eat them.
That is correct.
That does not reflect, not one, but 2-time champion.
Yes.
The 2-time Cleveland Donut Fest champion 2018 and 2020.
That's what those would win. Those.
That's correct. So we now are actually getting donuts that we would serve
And win.
and be proud of. Yes,
Nice.
and that's.
So do you ever do anything different than just the plain cake batter?
No. So our donut base, we always start with our
I know.
our cake donut, just a standard cake donut. Again, we have put a lot into making sure that our donut is the best tasting donut. So when you just have a plain donut, we want that taste to be something special. It's just not, people have a misconception of cake donuts because a lot of times cake donuts, as we know them, are often dry.
Yeah, they get a bad rap.
That's right. So, but when you have a fresh cake donut, it's a different mouthfeel. It's a different taste. It's moist. Our donuts are always crispy on the outside and nice and soft on the inside. So that's really a key to how we
We sell
make
a
our
ton. We
donuts.
sell an absolute ton of
Just plain.
plain
That's
donuts.
Scott, how did you come up with this whole idea? Like, is there a donut university?
Yeah.
Tell us,
Where's
man.
the
How did
degree?
you
Is there
get
a
to
degree
this?
on the wall?
So it's really, there is no donut degree. It really was a lot of research, hard work, and trial and error. So it's something that I'm a research-heavy individual. So when I look at something, I take it to the next level of looking into it and understanding it. So with that being said, I did that with donuts. I did early on, before the shop opened, I would practice making donuts at home. I would sit at the stove and I would heat up oil and I would make mixtures and, as Melissa would say, make a giant mess in the house. But I would definitely, that is something that I did.
Did you do the cleanup or did you?
I did. She washed her hands of my madness. So it was a fun experience, learning and understanding it. But then when push came to shove and we had to open our shop, this is something that it was now time to go and to do it and get to action and make sure that they are the best in the world.
How many donuts can you produce, like, out of one batch? How much do you put out?
In a normal batch, we will make between 80 to 90 donuts in a batch.
Wow.
That's significant.
How many donuts a day do you sell out of the shop?
The number,
A blank ton?
it's absolutely more than you would ever believe if I told you.
We sell a lot of donuts.
We sell a lot of donuts, and at times, it's thousands of not only donuts, but it's thousands of customers in a day's time. We have literally. There are times that I'm very confident that Circles on the Square might just be the busiest spot on the entire Medina Square, and we probably have served more people individually than maybe, and I don't know the statistic, but maybe every other business on this square.
Well, it's a great thing to pop in. You buy one for yourself to enjoy, and you take some home too. So.
And that's the and we have some great events obviously on Medina Square that really just contribute to and help build our popularity and
Right,
continue
with
to
the foot
build our
traffic and
brand.
people popping in. Good.
Do you think because of that, and you have so many people coming through, has that also helped, like your special events and caterings and weddings, that's helped grow that aspect of the business?
Absolutely.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Our wedding and special events and catering business has not only doubled, I would say it's tripled within the last year. So it's something that we have really put our focus on, and people now choose our donuts over having traditional cakes at
Sure.
their weddings.
Nice.
Sure.
Most weekends, starting from May to October, we do no less than 2 to 3 donuts, or 2 to 3
Wow.
weddings a
Weddings a
weekend.
weekend.
And
That's
then
awesome.
you can work with the bride and groom and they customize flavors and look
Oh, yeah.
and everything.
Yep.
Because everything has to be Instagram worthy and
Yep.
donut destination weddings.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And starting from everything from the donuts themselves being, again, fresh and the best possible, but we take a lot of time and effort into creativity and innovation. So it's something that we never want to just say, hey, listen, we got 8 great donuts and those are fantastic. No, we want to continue to start and be innovative. So with holidays, we come up with a lot of different flavors based on the holiday. St. Patty's Day is a huge day for us in the donut world. Christmas, Easter, 4th of July, those are all really great holidays for Circles on the Square and for donuts and for great flavors and fun flavors.
Right.
Cool.
Well, speaking
All right,
of,
so these are cooked.
yep.
How long do they sit before you touch them and not scald your fingers off?
The girls, there are some days where they are,
Like on it.
yeah.
Well,
they-
Matt and
you
I
can't
are
make them.
babies.
So we're gonna pass out some very
Yeah, we don't need hairnets, right?
no,
We're
especially
good, we're
you
good.
and I don't need hairnets.
Matt wishes.
All right, so with both hands or one hand?
I would put them on both hands. It'll get you.
We can fast forward through this part, right?
I don't know. This is like I feel like we should blow it up, put it on my head, and go cut it out.
So yes, touching the donuts is actually it's funny you ask. My fingers have gotten to the point where I can normally take a hot donut right off the fryer and touch it right there because they have been burnt so severely in the past.
What kind of donuts do you want to make?
All right,
Well,
tell us.
you tell us. So, looking over at your trays of flavors, how many on average do you offer a day? How many different varieties?
I would say probably about 80. I would say
80.
about
80
yeah.
different combinations.
Yeah.
And that's right, because
Okay.
everything is handcrafted for you. So really
Okay.
the idea behind Circles on the Square is that we are going to make it Subway for donuts.
Sure.
So our customers will come in and
Just
they're
keep the
going
vegetables off mine.
You're right.
Right.
No mayo and no vegetables,
Ah.
right?
All right, so we have the raw product, the donut.
Yep.
So we
Frostings.
have all of our frostings,
Okay.
and then we have all of our toppings, and then we have some drizzles.
All right, you tell me. Let's start
Okay,
with the
so-
classic, and then we'll do a fancy.
All right, so let's start with do.
Well, very popular rainbow sprinkle.
Rainbow sprinkle.
It's
So I
very,
always-
very popular.
Take the stick and stir it up,
Uh-huh.
and then we just dip it in, little, and then go like this. That's
All right, what could go wrong?
One never knows.
Oh, they still are toasty.
it. Oh yeah.
375 degrees of hot oil.
So you're gonna
So
mix
you
it up with this,
Mixing,
then you dip it in.
soft
I
touch,
think you have a career in whiskey.
and then
Alright, there you
stamp.
go. See?
Oh,
Look at that.
oh my
Nice
gosh,
with
it's
that.
gorgeous.
I'm gonna tell you, very impressive with your first dip
I
ever.
had
It
a
was
little
very
wrist
I like
like
it.
flip.
yes. And that is the you must have watched as
I mean,
during a busy
I
day.
studied.
That's impressive.
I do admit I've watched Melissa make a few. It's true.
All right, Matt, your turn.
All right.
So what are you gonna do? Chocolate or what do you
Yeah.
want?
Yeah, mix it up.
Mix it up.
There you go.
So is this hot?
Yeah, it's hot.
Yeah, there's a little thing under there.
All right.
Yeah, it feels like everything at Circles on the Square is hot.
What's your topping?
Chocolate. You just dip it in.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I love it.
And moderately successful.
Oh, that
we have
was great.
some uncoated dippage.
Nobody's gonna.
All right.
Nobody's gonna.
I like
with that.
So that was great. You guys,
We passed.
round one
All right,
is
round
complete.
one.
Let's take it up a notch.
All
Let's
right.
do one of those fancy
Like
fangled ones.
27 layer,
Yeah.
All right.
multiple flavor profiles.
So we're gonna do a caramel apple.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So
So
caramel
that was a
apple,
2018 Cleveland
caramel
Donut
apple
Fest.
pie is one
Oh.
donut that we have here at Circles on the Square that I throw a guarantee on.
Yeah.
I
Go
always
on.
tell the people who come in and the biggest problem we have at Circles on the Square with over 60 to 80 different types of donuts that are going to be handcrafted right in front of you. The biggest confusion we have is picking the donut,
Absolutely.
picking what they want.
It can be
Yeah.
intimidating.
And so with that being said, the one donut I throw a guarantee on is the caramel apple pie.
All right.
It is a
All
Donut Fest champion. It is, if
This
you
is
don't like this, I'll
multiple
buy you a
layers.
new one.
All right, so
All right.
we're gonna dip it in the caramel,
Uh-huh.
and then we dip it in the cinnamon sugar.
Uh-huh. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Then we're going to add the apples.
So the guarantee is if you don't like it, we'll give you another.
We'll get you another one.
Oh, nice. Okay, right in the middle there.
And then we add,
Oh, I can confirm this smells amazing.
so that's a,
What was the last thing you put
this is like a strudel.
Strudel. It's
Strudel.
yes.
All right, I'm on it. I'm on it.
on? Alright, you had this.
Are these both caramel?
Nope, one is maple.
Oh, geez, how do you know? They look.
The black dot
Yeah.
tells you everything.
Oh.
Black.
So we are very high tech with
Okay.
our
So that's
black
the
dot.
caramel? Okay.
Cinnamon sugar. And then we'll add, then you can put it on the tray here, and we'll add some apples.
Okay, I'm on it.
How did this work out that you came up with this idea? You messed up the entire house with hot oil and stuff. Melissa washed your hands
Oh,
with it.
no. It didn't-
She's the
And
one.
she's the one who is.
She's the one that makes the donuts.
Yeah.
That's it. And she.
That's love.
Melissa
I love
runs
the
the
multiple
everyday
Not as good.
operations and manages
cinnamon
it,
sugar.
Yeah.
is here numerous hours a
Oh.
week.
I think Matt's going to beat me on this one.
I don't know.
Okay.
All right, so and then a little scoop of
Yep.
apple.
Some apple. Yep.
Perfect.
What's the
And
craziest
then
flavor
some pinch of
request you
strudel.
got from a customer?
We do.
Oh, we have one gentleman, he comes here quite often,
Ta-da!
and he gets
Oh, that's some pressure.
Well,
he gets maple bacon, but
oh.
he gets it with the cheesecake on it too.
Whoa.
So the maple bacon cheesecake.
Is that like a special heart attack version?
Yeah, it is.
I'll tell you,
it's a
Lyle
strange.
from Lyle's Jewelry Store,
Yeah.
he and then the cinnamon sugar.
What's the secret to not crunch the whole
Yes,
bar?
that's what I was
Yeah.
going to say. I got a little aggressive on mine.
Light, soft touch.
Strong woman.
That's right.
All right.
Lyle's Jewelry
Oh,
Store,
your
he comes
cinnamon
up with
sugar.
some crazy, he comes up with some crazy,
And then that.
crazy
Good
flavors.
time, yeah.
Yeah, his don't make it on the tray over there.
I love
He
it.
probably sits down there. All right, I think we
Yeah.
Not
That's it. If
bad.
you ever want to go on vacation, just call me and Jaclyn.
We're here for you. Yeah.
I will have you leave your number.
Absolutely.
Yes, we are.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. This was really cool. So Circles on the Square, 80 different flavors of donuts,
Mm-hmm.
available for weddings, but not this summer.
We're-
Well, you should
Already.
still call.
Still call.
Yeah.
What are your hours? Like how early can people get their donuts?
We open at 7 a.m. Tuesday through Friday,
Mm-hmm.
8 a.m. on Saturday, 9 on Sunday, and we close at 2 o'clock.
And people can order in advance
You
online.
can order on circlesonthesquare.net,
Okay.
and then you click order now. The full menu pops up. You can pick your donuts, you can pay, you can come in and grab them and go.
Nice.
Or
Perfect.
you can come in.
I love it.
Very
Thank
cool.
you so much for letting
guys.
us be here today.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Champions.
Great job.
All right.
I love it.
Join us next time on Medina Ingenuity and see what else we can learn. If you have a suggestion, shoot us an email at medinaingenuity@gmail.com.